When you create content that you want to repurpose for all aspects of social media, or even if you want to create great content that sets you up as an expert when you're thinking about YouTube videos and stuff like that, how do you do it? How do you structure the content? And in this video, I want to walk you through exactly how I would advise clients to do this and exactly how you can do it in your business. If you've already got your video stuff sorted out and you know how to do this, then literally turn away now. This video is not for you. But if you want to actually learn how to create this kind of high quality video that will work for you in your business, then you need to keep watching. So for me, I know when I'm thinking about creating videos, sometimes I can have a bit of a mind fog, you know, and I just like, how do I create this video? What content should I be talking about? And all of that kind of stuff. That's the one thing that comes into my mind. In this video, I want to give you an 8-part framework that you can use to create any video based on the things that you know, the knowledge, wisdom, and experience you've gained, how you've got results, and how you're helping other people to do the same thing. In this room right now, this is my office, but I've also got this backdrop and stuff, and this is where I shoot all my videos from. As you can see, I've got tripod set up with my phone on it. I've also just got an external microphone. There's Adrian, by the way. Say hello, Adrian. And the external microphone is then plugged in. I've got the other part in my pocket, and then it's all plugged in here. So all I would do is I'd set up this camera first of all to be where I want it to be. I've got my, let's spin around, Adrian, let's show people what we've got. Just so that you can see a bigger, wider shot as well. I've got a light above my computer screen. I've got my computer screen, which almost acts as a kind of a prompt for me as well. And this sort of wide angle shot is just showing you kind of what we've got here. But I'm going to talk into my phone because this is how you probably would create this content for yourself. You know, you'd probably have at least a phone to be able to do this. I would highly recommend getting an external mic, and the mic I use is the Rode Wireless Go. And so that's from a tech perspective. Obviously, I've got that light behind, I've got the set behind with some LEDs and stuff to create a nice background. So your environment is important. Once you've got the tech kind of stuff out of the way and set up, it is all about the content then. It's all about the kind of content you're going to create for these videos. So I want to give you this 8-point framework for you to be able to work through, to be able to make sure that you get these videos absolutely nailed, knocked out the park. One big caveat that I would say, the quality of your video needs to be great. Think about shooting it on a camera, on a phone in some way, shape or form. Avoid things like screen capture softwares or the webcam on your laptop or something like that, because the quality can be a lot less. If most modern smartphones or cameras like we're using will be very high quality and will enable you to be able to create amazing looking videos. A lot of people, for instance, use like a webinar platform and record to the cloud and take that download. The sound and the audio and the visual on it can be quite degraded in terms of quality. It's not really going to help you create content that's going to punch above its weight. So as much as you're able to, shoot on a camera or a phone, use tripods so that they're still, or somebody to help film like Adrian's helping me. Now, back to the content. Ultimately, there's 8 things that you need to remember. The first one is the hook. You've got to try and tell people within the first few seconds of the video what it is that they're going to really get from watching the video in some way, shape or form. So if you've got a great hook and you basically just say, in this video I'm going to do this, or you have some kind of what a lot of people would call a pattern interrupt, something that they're not expecting in some way, that will really help as well. And that hook gets them sucked in. And if you rewind the start of this video, my hook at the start was, I'm going to tell you how to do this. So that's a hook. The second thing in the framework to remember is actually thinking about a disqualifier statement in some way, shape or form. Now, a disqualifier statement essentially says, If you've already got this sorted, or if you're already doing this, or if you already know this, then click away now. This video isn't for you. But if you want to learn how to do this, I'm going to explain more in the video. That is a disqualifier statement. So you're not wasting people's time. You're actually saying, if you've already got this, then click away now. If, however, you're creating content where you know most people have a problem or a frustration or a fear or a challenge that they want to overcome, and that's the whole point of watching the video, that's the whole point of you creating the video in the first place, then actually what's going to help is that disqualifier statement is going to make them want to watch the video even more, because they know they haven't got it sorted out for themselves. Once you've hooked them in and once you've given your disqualifier statement, the third thing is to introduce yourself, who you are. And it literally can just be as simple as a one-liner. Hey, my name is so-and-so, I do this, and I help people to do this. That's all that intro needs to be, because you need to just tell them who you are in some way, shape or form. Point number 4, bring some kind of application to the reason that you're doing this video. It's so important that people can connect with you. And when I say application, I mean telling people, you know, you struggled with it once, or you've worked with people who've struggled with it, and bring some kind of story or connection or emotion to it in some way, so that people can really understand you've been there, you've done it, you've got the experience. You're not just somebody waxing lyrical about all of this, but you're somebody who's actually struggled with this before. How you said at the start of this video, you know, when I started doing things like this, I didn't know what to say sometimes. But now I've got a structure and a plan. I use it in my business. It's easy for me to create videos almost in a one-take wonder kind of fashion to be able to make it really work for my business. So make sure that you bring some kind of application to the viewer, someone who's watching this video, and basically going, you know what, I'm going to watch this because I'm there. I know this person's been there, they've achieved it, they've overcome it, and I want the same thing. So application is super important. And again, it can just be a one-liner. Once you've hooked them in, you've given them your disqualifier statement, you've introduced yourself, and you've brought some kind of application. That should literally all be right at the start of the video. And then you need to go into your content. I want you to give 3 to 5 points over maybe an 8-minute period of time, maybe up to about 10 minutes of really good quality actionable content. Now, people will say, am I giving away too much with all of this? The reality is it's going to be positioning you more as an expert rather than being instructional for people to take action on. Because most people who watch your videos won't take any action, but what they'll see is that you're a true expert at what you do. And that is the most important thing. And that's the crux of why we need to be doing this. So 3 to 5 pieces of content with real good actionable steps that they can take to solve or overcome the problem. If when you're explaining each point, you can give some kind of example and some action steps for them to be able to take, something for them to do, it's even better because they're going to get so much value out of that content. Right, point number 6, recap all of the points that you've done in your video. This means that you're just recapping the headline points. So if you've used 3 points in your video to help people understand how to overcome the challenge, the problem, or whatever it is, then just recap those 3 key points before then going into number 7, which is some kind of brand call to action. What I mean by that is your product, your service, your brand has some kind of call to action in the video for them to be able to take the next step with you. So it could be something as simple as, if you find these tips useful, if you found this useful, then why don't you go over to my website, www.anthodges.com, click the resources tab and download a whole bunch of free resources that will help you to take action on this. As an example, that's a brand call to action. Once you've created your content and you've given the tips and advice and you've given your brand call to action, the final thing, and point number 8, is to create channel specific calls to action. And what I mean by this is, remember, your video is great for YouTube, but it's also great for platforms such as LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram TV. And what I want you to think about is creating a specific call to action for each of these channels that can then be edited into the video to make the video more specific to those channels. When somebody's on Facebook, they are pretty much conditioned and really only use Facebook. When they want to watch videos on YouTube and they're watching YouTube videos all the time, they want to know that they're valued as a YouTuber, as a YouTube subscriber, all that kind of stuff. So here is what I would do to create brand specific calls to action. Once you've done your video, then literally just sign off. And I want you to sign off for each channel. Thanks for watching this video here on YouTube. If you like it, then please do make sure that you like, comment, click the subscribe button or bell notification so that you catch more videos here on YouTube. So that would be my YouTube call to action. My Facebook page call to action would be, thanks for watching my video here on Facebook. Make sure that you're following my page so you see future videos as they're coming out. Comment below, like, even share it with your network if you found it useful. LinkedIn. Thanks for watching my video here on LinkedIn. Please do share this content with your network if you found it useful. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about it. If you agree, disagree, or even if you have any questions, and I'll come on and I'll answer them here on LinkedIn. And then the final one would be Instagram, because you can put Instagram TVs up, which are long format videos on Instagram. So thanks for watching my video here on Instagram TV. Make sure that you are watching all of my videos by following me here on Instagram so that you get notified of future videos as they come through. So for me, they're the 8 key ways to be able to create great content in a structured way that's going to add value and going to mean that you can create 8 to 12 minutes worth of content in a video that can then be chopped up. You could create social snippets by taking chunks of that content, 30 to 60 second clips of that video that could then be shared in your Instagram feed and other platforms, even linking back to the full video that you've created. The video that you've created could also then be transcribed as a blog post. You could take little quotes out of it, create quote images from it, publish that blog post. You can do a whole bunch of things with it. And if you've done your video good enough and well enough and you haven't referenced things like in this video or look at this, and it works from an audio perspective, what's stopping you extracting the audio and publishing it as a podcast too? That's what I do with my team at HodgesNet when we're delivering what we call our content alchemy framework for clients. We encourage clients to create videos like this so that we can then chop them up. And if they send us 4 or 5 videos at the end of a month, by the middle of the next month, they've got a month's worth of social media content where they can be posting at least 3 times a day to all of the social media platforms within a 7-day period. So no more just 1 post per day and not getting seen, posting some great content online. So if this video is helpful, in the description below, I've given you the 8 key points, or wherever you're watching this video, in the video description, there's 8 key points that I want you to follow when you're thinking about creating this content for yourself. Because if you use this structure and framework, it's going to get people hooked in, it's going to really demonstrate you as an expert at what you do, and help people then to take the next relevant action to work with you in some way, or get action, get more activity from you, get access to your products and your services in some way. This 8-point framework means that what you could do is just put 8 post-it notes behind the camera and use them as a crib sheet rather than actually having to write out a script. Because for me, I've just gone literally through this entire video, recording it here on my phone. Adrian, just turn around. That's the screen where I've literally just got my 8 points on the screen where I can literally just recap them. If you like this video, then make sure that you're liking, commenting, let me know. Subscribe and click the bell notification here on YouTube so you see future videos. Fundamentally, I want you to create video that's going to position you as an expert and really do well in your business. So go ahead, use these, come back to me, share with me any of the videos that you create, and we'll look forward to catching up with you on another video very soon. Take care.